Why George Clooney is a star. George Clooney is without doubt one of the biggest stars in the history of movies. Everyone knows his name. His success has been powerful and remarkable on many levels, and he's reached a rare point where he can choose and command his own projects. Recently, he starred on Broadway in his stage adaptation of Good Night and Good Luck, the film that he co-wrote and produced based on Edward R. Murrow's stand against Senator Joseph McCarthy's witch hunts in the 1950s. I could be mistaken, but I think that George may have received the highest salary ever paid to an actor on Broadway, and it was his fame as a movie star that made such a sum justifiable. And in my opinion, he's worth every penny. George's heart and sensibilities are high and noble. His vision clear, his courage unmistakable. He's never been afraid to stand up for what's right. And what resonates most about his personality is the presence of what appears to be supreme confidence. This was not always the case, as you will now hear. This is a story about the young George Clooney, long before all the fame, at a time when he was just another hopeful young actor trying to catch a break in Hollywood. And wherever in the world, or whatever personal circumstances you have, I hope this resonates with anyone who has ever felt or may be feeling right now doubt, despair, or that familiar ache of deflation about your career choice. Now, I'm older than George by nearly 20 years, and we were in acting class together with the great Milton Katselas, one of Hollywood's finest teachers. It was a scene study class, and George and I were in the cast of a scene from a Sam Shepard play. I was pushing 40 then, meaning George was around 21. I had already logged 25 years on stage and in film, television, and commercials, while George had only done a few small shows, and maybe a commercial, I think. And work wasn't coming steady. This was well before ER, Roseanne, or any of the work that has made him so famous. So we performed our scene on a night when, unfortunately, Mr. Katselas was not there. An older actor was substituting. A short guy from New York who, because of his size, thought he had to act tough. I won't name him. I'm Irish and we're superstitious about speaking of the dead, and he's gone now. So we did our scene, and it was good. We were alive, we were vibrant, we were honest, connected, we had energy, everybody did a good job, and we all felt it had gone well. Afterwards, as was a tradition, we pulled up our chairs for our critique, and the teacher started with me. And to my surprise, he praised my work. And then he moved on to the others one by one, and finally he came to George. And he tore into him. Not a word of encouragement. He dismantled George's performance. He scoffed at his work. He ridiculed his choices. He even questioned what right George thought he had to be there in this business. It was cruel and unnecessary, and it was bullying. George's work had been perfectly fine, and the rest of us just sat there in stunned silence. We couldn't believe what we were hearing. And George looked like he had been gut punched, but he looked the guy straight in the eyes, and he took it like a man. You could see the hurt and the anger boiling under the surface, but George took it. Backstage, afterwards, in the dressing room, nobody spoke. George's face was red and his eyes were wet with tears, and then he burst out, "That's it! Fuck this town! I'm going back home. I'm finished. I'm done with this." And he meant it. He was broken. Well, I couldn't let that stand. I said, "George, come here." I walked over and I grabbed him and I pulled him into a big hug. And then I held him at arm's length and I looked in his eyes. I said, "George, look at me. Fuck that guy. Don't you listen to him or anybody like him. You're going to do everything you want in this business. You will succeed. Disregard all of those naysayers. I don't know what this guy's problem is with you. It looks like it's personal, but you keep your eyes on your goals and ignore everybody else." And he got it. He took a breath, he snapped to, and he thanked me. I think he made a decision right there, right on that spot, and turned it around. And we all know the result. But it wouldn't be that way if he had packed it up and gone back to Minnesota or Kentucky or wherever with his tail between his legs. No guts, no glory. Now let me make one thing absolutely clear here. I claim no part in George Clooney's success. He earned all of that himself, and he's managed his career and success brilliantly. The point of this story is simpler. Do not give up. If this craft of acting or any other good thing burns in your heart, if it's what you love, don't let anyone talk you out of it. Not family, not friends, not teachers. Will you become a household name? Maybe yes, maybe no. But one thing is sure, if you quit, you'll have nothing. Stay the course, follow your heart, love what you do, and keep the flame alive. We're here to help you at Acting Mastery Online. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps us grow the channel, and hit the notifications button below so you can be alerted of any new videos when they come out. And if you know of someone who might benefit by what we're teaching here, please share this video. And until we're together again, I send you peace and all success. Maintain good health, happiness, and total self-confidence. Remember, you are the artist.